Kill Your Friends. So I watched the trailer for this movie like months ago, and I couldn't even remember what it was about. But I saw it came out like yesterday for me, and I was like, yeah, I remember this was with Nicholas Hoult, and I remember that it looked interesting. I'll watch it, and it was so fucking good. I really, really enjoyed it. It was based on a book, and I'm sure it looked like they didn't hold back in the movie, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it was a faithful adaptation of the novel. I'm sure people will appreciate that. I've never heard of it. I've never read it. I might after this because it was really good, the movie, and it's about the music industry in Britain in the 90s and how fucking brutal it is. And it's not about making music, it's not about making good records, it's not about sending a message, it's about making money. And I really liked the way they portrayed the music industry, which is like this brutal place where it's all about the money. And it's about Nicholas Hoult, his character, fucking crazy, and he wants to become the head of A&R, which is artistry and repertoire, and he wants to become head of the department, but he needs, to kill a couple of people to get there, and it reminded me a lot of Entourage, like a fucked up version of Entourage, and Entourage was pretty fucked up to begin with, so it was like ups and downs, deals going well, deals going bad, and I really loved it. The music was great. The music was like all my jams from the 90s when I was a kid, because I listened to techno all the time. And the highlight for me was when they played Smack My Bitch Up, which was my shit when I was like 8. That was my jam. So that was like the highlight for me, musically speaking. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. The characters were super fun. The guy, of course, Nicholas Hoult, he will forever remain in my heart as Tony from Skins, one of the most iconic characters in the whole series. But also the guy that played Dominic from Skins was in this, and I really enjoyed seeing him. Even he's like a small character, but I really enjoyed seeing him. He, of course, played Dominic in the Effie episode in season 7, that Effie episode, which was dramatic as fuck. He was in it, and a lot of people, like the girl that played his secretary, she's in a bunch of stuff. I really liked her character. She was really, really cool. And it's all about, him finding this Swedish band that he's trying to sign, but they don't really want to sign with him. And then, he thinks that he's going to get the job, and then he doesn't, and then someone else does. And it's like going back and forth, and I really, really enjoyed it. Nudity, lots of drugs, violence, language. So, be advised, don't watch it with your parents if you're 12. Just don't do that. I liked the way it was shot. I remember watching the trailer at first when it came out, and like the first shot looked CG. Everything looked CG in that trailer. It was very bizarre. I was like, is Nicholas Hoult like in a suit? And this is like, it's like one of those motion tracking suits. Like, is that what's happening? Like, is this a real movie? For the first few seconds, I honestly thought that this was gonna be like, it looked like GTA almost, and graphic wise it looked like a video game, and I was like, what is happening? It was very bizarre the way the trailer looked. The movie doesn't look like that. At least, I don't know if I was having a stroke at the time, but it looked really bizarre, the trailer. Visually, it looked like a video game. It looked very CG, and the movie doesn't look like that at all, so I don't know if they fixed it since the trailer, or if I'm just crazy and I just made that up. But yeah, it looked very bizarre. The movie looks fine though. I really liked the colors and everything. It's like very dull, and it just gives you a look into the British, the music industry in general in the 90s, and I'm sure it's the same now, where it's like, it's a product. It's not, and they even say like no one cares about indie bands. And he's like, the worst thing about indie bands is that they think that they matter when they really don't. And, he has a great comment about people don't buy indie albums. People buy 4 albums a year and they want the fucking hits, And it's like, real people don't care about indie bands. I really liked that because it's fucking true. There's all these, they're great indie bands, like, great music, but you fucking forget about them. They disappear and they're not marketable. And, it's all about finding that artists that can make money. And, they find, like, these 4 girls that are gonna be, like, the next Spice Girls, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, they're so talentless, and they're just, like, not capable of singing, dancing, or doing anything. Like, their style is terrible. They're just fucking, they're, like, the British chavs. That's what they are. And, he's like, we gotta fucking work with them. And, it's interesting to see the thought process of, should we sign them or not? Can they make money or not? And it's all about driving your enemies to their knees. That's basically what this movie's about. It's all about backstabbing. It's all about betraying the people that you work with, the people above you, beneath you, it doesn't matter. It's all about literally killing people to get to the position you want. And I really like that. I really fucking like that. I like those stories where it's like, I'm this character, and I'm gonna be this character, and, I'm not gonna change my decision. I like when a character is morally ambiguous. Ambiguous. I mean, he was fucking crazy. He was a bad person, period. But I like that he stayed bad throughout the whole movie. There wasn't like a moment of, oh no, I should change my ways. I fucking hate that in movies. I hate when it's like, especially in like romantic movies, when they see each other and it's like, I've known you for 3 hours, time to change my entire life for you. I hate that. So I liked that he stayed constantly evil throughout the whole thing. And he knew what he wanted, and he was gonna do anything to get it, including killing some people. And I'm fine with that. I can respect that. I really liked the ending as well. I liked the way the characters ended up. And, yeah, I might read this book. I hope it's an accurate representation of it. It reminded me of that movie Syrup. I really liked that movie with Amber Heard and the guy from Dead Girl, Shiloh Fernandez, I think it was. And Kellen Lutz was in it for some fucking reason. But that movie I really liked, and it was about, it was also based on a book, and it's also, an insight into the advertisement business, and this is the music business, but it's like there's some parallels there that I really enjoyed. And I really like the way he just narrated the whole thing. He breaks the fourth wall, and he has, certain scenes that happen in his head, and then I really enjoyed the way he sort of brings you in to his world, and he's like, he says something at a meeting, and then we can hear his internal thoughts and everything that he's thinking, and insulting all these people, and the way he describes them, and we get to see the way he sees other people, because he's all fake on the surface, obviously. So in order to get to know a character like that, we need to know what's going on inside, and that's all fine and dandy in books, but in movies it's actually pretty tricky to do, because you don't want to have a narration to everything, and there was a lot of narration, but it was good, it was necessary, and it didn't feel like it was a lot. It was a lot, but it didn't feel like it was a lot. So good job, I think. And it goes by pretty fucking quickly. I think it was like an hour and 40, and very, very entertaining, very good. Some cool music, some cool shots of parties in the 90s, so much cocaine, and he's like, this is in the 80s, in the 90s we work hard, and it's like, line after line after line. I love it. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Kill your friends. I wish there was more killing, I'm gonna be honest. There wasn't as much killing as I was expecting. Maybe there's more in the book, and they just didn't have time to include other people that he killed. I wish there was a bit more, but it gets, even crazier towards the end, so yeah, Kill Your Friends. Nicholas Hoult was absolutely fantastic, by the way. Like, Nicholas Hoult was great. I didn't know what to expect from him. I haven't seen him in anything since Dead Bodies. Not Dead Bodies, Warm Bodies. That one, Warm Bodies with the zombies. So yeah, I was glad to see him again, and yeah, he did a really, really good job. Like, that was a good character. I think that's a character that every, like, young actor wants to play. And the guy from Game of Thrones was in this. The guy that was replaced, Darian Naharis, the one that's with Daenerys over there, the guy that was replaced, he's in this, and I'm like, dude, you passed up Game of Thrones, like, you better fucking be getting jobs constantly now, because you fucking passed up Game of Thrones. So, yeah, Kill Your Friends, really, really good. I'm gonna try and read the book. So many things to read, and, I hope it's good. I hope the book is as good as the movie, because I really, really enjoyed it.
Music, I think of it as painting an emotion.
It can take you to a place that you never knew before.
It's the highest form of human communication.
Fuck off. Welcome to the music industry.
Freeloading orgy of utter nonsense.
These are my colleagues. My friends.
What do you want, Rebecca?
Advancement, Stephen. Same as you.
It's a nightmare.
I'm a bear! I'm a dancing bear!
Stay at me when I wake up.
You see, there's one thing you have to understand about this ruthless, amoral racket.
We need some hits, you understand?
At some point in the coming year, one of us will be fired. I have no intention of it being me.
We need to find a band like Supergrass.
How far? How far are you willing to go?
Come on!
Out him.
How's that?
Everyone is going to pay.
You wouldn't last 10 minutes.